Maxwell on the blue line, and Saskia Maurer in goal today for Coach Joel Johnson and the St. Thomas Tommies. And it wasn't that yesterday's starter in goal, Alexa Dobchuk, played poorly there, Blake. She had an outstanding game with 41 saves for the Purple.
2.63 goals against average.
Quick whistle here. Minnesota comes in. Oden over for Skaya. Quick shot on goal. Left pad save is made by Maurer to start the hockey game. Wethington holding it in for Minnesota. Banks one here for Heisey. Down low, Bereen. Now skates out high. Bereen with a quick shot. Score! Abby Bereen for Minnesota. Quick one here, 36 seconds in. Bereen held off the score sheet last night. Now with her 14th goal of the season. Minnesota off and running 1-0 on that quick one there. And we'll take a look at the scoring here. They do give the assist to Taylor Heisey. But that is the 200th for Taylor Heisey. Congratulations, Taylor. She now is the 9th gopher all time to reach that milestone.
Yeah, quite the milestone there for Heisey. And of course, we're on milestone watch for Katie Skaya, who's at 99 points in her career.
Here's a low shot. Zumwinkle got all the way through. Maurer kicks it out with the left pad. Minnesota getting bodies to the net, which is an emphasis that Coach Brad Frost talked about before the game today. He didn't think that his team did that good of a job yesterday, but they did a good job there. That one nearly snuck through. And I think on the first goal by Bereen, too, you can give probably a little bit of a assist there, not formally in the scorebook, but Katie Skaya, I think, was camped out front to take the eyes away from Maurer.
Yeah, and yesterday in the game, 46 shots put on Dobchuk. So if you're the Gophers, you want to crash the net, like you mentioned, screen the goalie, and get ready for the rebounds. Because if you just shoot and no one's there, most of the time the goaltender is going to make the save.
Hemp had a good shot there on the stick side. Maurer got a piece of it with the blocker. Now the Gophers forced to regroup out at center ice as the puck gets away and comes to neutral. Dumped in by Lizzie Norton. Hemp will chase it down, kicks it to herself, bottom of the left circle, skates into the middle, but a good stick put on by Nicole Valerio and knocks this puck back into the Minnesota zone. Now St. Thomas, they're not shying away. They're coming after the puck. Aggressive forecheck here by Anna Solheim, the graduate player out of Shoreview, former Mounds View Mustang. Solheim taps us in behind the Gopher net. Maya Almick will get there first, up to the blue line. Here's a shot, score, Maddie Clough! It bounced off a Gopher player and went through the 5-hole. Skylar Vetter, and the Tommies have tied it here.
As they tie it up here with about 17 minutes to go in the first period.
Clough with her 5th of the season, ties her for the team high, along with Gabby Billing. So we are tied at 1 after getting shut out last night. The Tommies are on the board early here in the first period. This is Savannah Norcross for Minnesota, possessing in the offensive zone below the line, tied up. Audrey Wethington will possess here now, skating up to the blue line here, and will cycle it back behind. Lippi got turned around and fallen to the ice as she collided with Savannah Norcross. Now the puck on the wall. Norcross able to dig it out here up to the point. Wethington will send it to the bottom of the circle. Now battle ensues there. Maya Almick trying to clear it out. Minnesota holding it in. Here's Audrey Wethington at the dot. Runs into a player. That was Almick. Clough there trying to clear with one arm on the stick, but that's an easy keep there for Gracie Ostertag. Minnesota changing out here as they get the puck in deep, and now they got their top line out. Look out, here's Bereen with another one. Finds the stick of Maurer. Billing trying to clear. It'll be kept in by Oden this time. Down low, Sky at the circle. And then wanted to feed it into the middle here. Charging down the slot was Bereen. Emily Zumwinkle, a one-timer, blocked by Solheim. Now race for the puck. Both those players go down at the Minnesota line. Marine tried to enter, denied there by the purple. 15.5 to play in the first period. All tied up 1-1 after a very quick one by Barine just 36 seconds in. St. Thomas has countered on a goal by Maddie Clough. Now here comes Minnesota leading the charge. Skaya centers for Heisey, too far there for the fifth-year senior from Minnesota. Knocked around to the far corner boards. Haley Maxwell can't get the puck out of the zone. Loose and then diving and clear there by Allie Monreen. Right back in, Abby Murphy. Murphy down the left circle here, taking it behind the net. Now comes out the other side. 5 minutes into this game. Murphy still with the puck, flips it across. Grace Zumwinkle. Now back for Murphy. Her stick though lifted there very alertly. Lottie Agnaga with the good defensive play there, where she had a good career at Dartmouth before coming here to Minnesota. Grace Zumwinkle in the circle here with the pass here. We're going to have a penalty coming up here, I think, to Minnesota. They're going to get Murphy, I think, for a penalty.
Yeah, the last couple minutes have been pretty physical, and you know, the Tommies were kind of getting tired there because the Gophers were doing a good job at keeping the puck in the zone, but Minnesota takes a penalty here.
Well, there is Hurt Huber. Huber for interference. So Huber goes to the box for interference. Tied at 1 as the St. Thomas power play. They only had one advantage last night, and right at the very end of the hockey game, Minnesota was able to kill it off. Their power play, 8 out of 84 this season, only 9.5%. Not a very good power play here for the Tommies. Meanwhile, the penalty kill for Minnesota keeps getting better and better and better. The penalty kill for the Gophers nearing 82%. Plus, you got to take into account they have scored 7 shorthanded goals this year. Now the Tommies trying to set up. This is Billing down the far wing wall. Gracie Ostertag will ride her into the boards. Billing gets free here, trying to center, fanned on it, had a player Solheim open, but Minnesota clears it out. And now Heisey gets cut off at center ice and goes down. Back in Maxwell, long shot on goal, big rebound given up there by Vetter, but the Gophers are there for the clear, and they'll get some fresh skaters here on the PK. 50 seconds to go. Oh, look out, St. Thomas turns it over. Dangerous play, but Taylor Heisey was off balance and couldn't get any momentum towards the net. Heisey has 2 shorthanded goals on the year. Noga, cross ice pass looking for Bria Parent. That one off her stick and skated out here by Savannah Norcross. And Norcross will dump the puck now, just 25 seconds to go in the PK.
Of course, Taylor Heisey has 7 shorthanded goals in her career. So if you're the Tommies, you got to be careful when number 9's out there on the power play.
Yeah, she had 5 of them last season alone, which is a lot, but still far short of the Gopher record, believe it or not. Chrissy Wendell holds that mark. That'll do it as Huber out of the penalty box. Minnesota back at full strength. We're still 1-1, 12.5 minutes to play here in the opening period. Valario trying to dump it in. It's blocked at the Minnesota line. Now Madeline Wethington in to dump it in off the end boards. Maurer will tip it for Larson. Larson trying to ring it around. It's cut off on the wall there by Grace Zumwinkle. She skates up towards the blue line. Now off for Huber. Peeling away from Paul. Now plays it off the wall. Crystalline Hengler below the line with it. For Murphy, back out front again. Here's Madeline Wethington. Madeline Wethington gets to the net and fires into the pads of Maurer with just under 12 minutes to play. She's just 1 point shy now away from Danny Cameronese and Ambria Thomas as far as the all-time list, which would put her in 7th place. Gophers wearing their golds today. Here's Wethington from below the net trying to center. That one hits a skate. If you're superstitious at all, which most hockey players are, Gophers wearing their golds haven't been terribly successful this year. The last time they wore them was out at the Henderson Invitational or in Henderson Showcase in Nevada, and they lost to Yale 4-3.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason we haven't seen them for quite a while.
Well, they gave up an early goal here to St. Thomas, although Gophers putting the pressure on. Crystalline Hengler snaps one high glove side. Maurer sees that one coming in. And as I mentioned before, ties for the team lead in goals this year. The Tommies offensively have struggled. There's no doubt about it. Even Joel Johnson will admit they're struggling. But here's a 2-on-1 now. Maya Almich centers for Solheim. Had to go to her backhand and couldn't keep the puck on her stick. We did see that St. Thomas did have some opportunities with odd man rushes last night. Minnesota got trapped again a little bit too deep. Now Billing here driving to the net, spins, throws it across. Almich coming down the slot, just couldn't reach, although she gave it all she had. Now a shot from the blue line. Haley Maxwell finds the glove. Well, Minnesota very used to getting off to very fast starts here. Oden got tied up behind the net by Haug, creates a turnover. Minnesota gets it back. Skaya, though, gave it right away, and it's dumped back into the Minnesota zone. Oden again out for Skaya, tips it. Perrine will try to catch up. It will not be icing here, though. Minnesota gets to it first. Heisey on the far circle as Skaya and Perrine collided with one another. Heisey, though, working her way to the front of the net. Shoot stick side, blocker save Maurer. Heisey hasn't been able to score a lot of goals this weekend, but not for a lack of looks. Lightning, a low shot underneath the glove of Maurer, and then it's chopped in front. Skaya, nobody home, and Haug will chip it off the glass to the Minnesota blue line. Halfway through the first period, 1-1 is our score. Heisey, as her shift is nearing an end, off for Skaya. Now Murphy, ooh, a big collision in front of the net here between Murphy and Monreen. Both get up and they're okay, and back come the Tommies the other way. This will be Abby Promisberger, and Promisberger will flutter one into the midsection of Skylar Vetter. Clough keeps this one alive for the Tommies, sends it behind the net. Promisberger works it around. Monreen to the point. Diagonal pass into the corner. Clough on the half wall, sending it wide of the net, but reaching out and sticking it away was Vetter nonetheless. And Minnesota here bottled up here. They're having trouble getting through the neutral zone here as of late. The Tommies again really putting on some good pressure here this afternoon. Here comes Murphy taking the pass from Huber. Slap shot right on. Big rebound given up, and it's cleared by Clough. Clough almost had her pocket picked by Grace Sumwinkle. Hengler will tap this into the left corner for Huber. Huber looking in front as she had Norton above the top of the circles, but the pass didn't get through. Billings clears, held in again by Hengler behind the net for Huber out front. Sumwinkle gets a shot on goal. Maurer again with another big save there for St. Thomas. Now Murphy, high slot, off a skate. Maya Almich will race down this loose puck. Almich will clear it out here. Minnesota changing. Bouveng just off the bench gets this puck now and will skate it in down the left side. Shot partially blocked, but Bouveng able to work it back out to the point. Ostertag, a shot through traffic, got all the way through. Maurer bobbled that in her glove. Now here's a chance for Hemp, snapping one off left circle. And cutting off the post on the far side again was Maurer. Now Bouveng, half wall, drops it off. Hemp with it, top of the circle. She'll bank it off the wall, but it didn't get very deep. Clough trying to clear. Held in, but now the Tommies able to work it all the way down. Good job, though, by that line there. They really put some good pressure on. Back in now is Kaiser. Leaves it for Hemp. A shot blocked by Jorgensen behind the St. Thomas net. Picked up by Adnoga. And Adnoga will clear it all the way to the Minnesota line. Knocked down by Emily Zumwinkle. Played in, though, by St. Thomas. Behind the net, it's Ostertag. Bouvang with it, splits a couple of purple jerseys as she exits the zone. Now hits the St. Thomas line, feeds it right. Here's Hemp, bottom of the circle. Low shot, sticked away Maurer. Far wall, Zumwinkle. Low cycle for Hemp. Hemp now skating up the half wall, feeds it back below the line for Wethington. Wethington loses an edge. Bria Parent now for the Tommies picks it up here, 6:25 to play. And this one will be cleared out to center ice. Now the Gophers here working in the offensive zone, but like last night here, most of the work is on the perimeter. And again, Coach Brad Frost wants that puck to get to the front, players to the front. And after that opening goal for Minnesota here, that really hasn't happened enough.
Yeah, the Gophers have had a couple looks, but just like the goaltender Dobchuk last night, Mauer's playing very well.
Line works hard. They haven't been rewarded with points or goals, but boy, they provide a ton of energy for this Gopher team. Oden in a race here will be beaten there, so no icing for Minnesota. Boy, that was a good hustle there by St. Thomas. Taking away that potential icing call was Marky Oberg. Did not play last night for St. Thomas. She's a sophomore from Alexandria. Now playing neutral ice, Audrey Wethington off a skate, deflects into the offensive zone. Katie Skya will skate it down here for Minnesota. Working it to the far wall, Madeline Wethington wanted to get it back for Skya. It's picked off and cleared by Allie Paul. Now 2-on-1 here for the Tommies. Here's a chance for Monreen, saved by Vetter. The puck is still loose and bounces over a couple of sticks. Now Skya back for Minnesota. Heisey joins in. Pass in front. Knocked down. Comes back to Skya, and Maurer is there for the save. Boy, end-to-end action there. 2-on-1 for the Tommies. And then Gophers with a good rush. Saw that St. Thomas 2-on-1 and how close Monreen came to giving the Tommies the lead. They've never led in this series through 7 games. Now Bereen charging the net, trying to tap it home. Norton a shot blocked by Promisberger. And then Allie Monreen will clear in front of the St. Thomas bench and all the way down. This will be another icing here for St. Thomas as they try to get a line change here. Need to get one.
They won 4 in a row. They swept Bemidji State and RIT, and before that, they tied Minnesota Duluth 1-1.
Hengler keeps it at the far point. In the corner, Zumwinkle now skates top of the circle, feeds it in front. Bodies are there, and then Maurer finds the puck before it came out. The whistle blew. Maurer. Well, the Tommies benefit from that call, but they finally are able to clear and get some fresh skaters on the ice here. Our officiating crew, by the way, Kevin Capacasa, Tyler Rue, Aaron Neville, and Glendon Seal. Our crew last night ran into him after the game. Nice talk. Didn't have to. I told him you didn't have to work too hard last night. It was a pretty clean hockey game, and the only blemish was when Glendon Seal called St. Thomas for 6 skaters on the ice, and they actually did only have 5. And he kind of laughed about it after the game himself. But a well-officiated game last night. Same crew today. 1-1 here, 3:07 to go in the period. St. Thomas holding their own with Minnesota here today. The Gophers are out shooting the Tommies, but right now it's all that counts is the score. It was early on for Minnesota, Abby Bereen, and she was countered on a goal by defender Maddie Clough. Tommy's work it in front but can't connect. Here comes Peyton Hemp. Peyton Hemp in the zone. Bump by Valario. Puck is loose. Now Hemp goes on, jumps on top of Parent. As it's been a physical first period here. Officials letting him play enough. Hemp from behind trying to center, broken up by Maurer. Now Bouvang with it. And she'll throw this one on the net, but it's an easy save for Maurer. 2:14 to go. Fourth line here for Minnesota out again. They need a goal here. They've been a while since this line has had one. As I said, they've played well, just have not been able to get the puck in the net. Here's Sadie Lindsay coming up the far half wall, trying to spin away from Allie Paul. Blew a tire, and the Gophers have to touch up out at center. Norcross gives it ahead for Wethington. Wethington back for Norcross, broken up in front of the St. Thomas net by Clough. Clough working it up the half wall, cut off by Audrey Wethington. Audrey Wethington swings Clough down to the ice now as play goes on to the far side. Here's Breen. Breen in the face-off circle, snaps one off. That one misses the net and ends up in the netting above the glass here with 1:28 to play. Here's Heisey winning this draw for Minnesota. Norton to the front of the net. Heisey was there. It got through. Saved by Maurer. Heisey from behind again in front. Stick tied up by Skaya. Kept alive by Norton as Minnesota works it around. And now finally Solheim able to find a loose puck and clear. Minnesota will come back in. Skaya works her way around Billing to the front of the net. Heisey was there, but stick in the middle there. Tying her up was Emma Larson. 1 minute to go in the period. We are tied 1-1 here at Ritter Arena. Heisey tried to go between the legs with the pass. Denied. Skaya now controls near the blue line. Off for Hengler. Hengler will work it to the end wall. Solheim there. Works it near side. Adnoga. Long pass here. Good catch by Almick, but also very alert. Getting back was Gracie Ostertag on that play. Breen now for Heisey here. Minnesota changing, so Heisey in all alone. Now Zumwinkle will jump in. Heisey will take a shot, reaching out. Blocker saved by Maurer. 15 seconds to go in the period. St. Thomas trying to clear it. Hit the linesman on the far wall. Right back in. Here comes Oden with 8 seconds to go. Oden shot. Blocked by Valario. Again, the puck out front. St. Thomas clears, and that'll do it for the first period of play. The purple roads trimmed in white. And here we go. Period number 2. The Gophers start with that top line out, but right away, pass forward here, knocked back by the Tommies once more. Again, sending some pressure deep in the Minnesota zone, trying to create turnovers, or at least try to gum things up for Minnesota, trying to go through the neutral zone, which they've done a very good job of. Emily Oden finally carries it in. Maddie Clough on her. Oden finds Wethington at the line, moving to her right. Now centers in between the circles. Clough comes away with the puck for St. Thomas, though, and skates this one up to the red line and will shoot it in. Vetter behind the net there will feed it off for Madeline Wethington. Wethington's pass too far for Breen. Still got a stick on it to the blue line. Turned away there by Adnoga. Minnesota now coming back in. Heisey faking the slap shot, trying to slide it into the middle. Oden crashing down between the circles, but the pass didn't get through. Adnoga again here for the Tommies. Now gets it off. Monreen hits the Gopher line. Fires it into the body of Emily Zumwinkle here. A minute and 6 seconds into period 2. Adnoga, center, falling down as she does so. Abby Promisberger now getting it across here, looking for Lucy Bianchi. And that one didn't get through here. Bianchi, though, poised all by herself at the rim of the right circle there, looking for that one-timer. Boy, St. Thomas has 3 in the zone here, trying to put the forecheck on. Minnesota here had a poke check away, and actually Grace Zumwinkle got tripped up. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming up on the Tommies. Vetter off for the extra skater. Murphy with speed across the line. Rips one wide. Huber drops it off for Zumwinkle, trying to keep it away from the Tommies. And finally, well, no whistle yet. Looked like the Tommies touched the puck. Abby Promisberger looked like she played the puck, but no whistle here, so play goes on. Minnesota again pulling their goaltender for the extra attacker. Now Hogg
Thomas has done a good job at disrupting Minnesota's transitions through the neutral zone, but that one cost them as that was a tripping penalty on Larson.
Perrine a shot over the crossbar. Minnesota, though, possesses the puck. Zumwinkle, top of the formation here. Gophers work it down low. Heisey at the hash mark. Sauces it up to Zummy. Now Murphy center Sky a one-timer. Clough, though, got the stick on the Heisey. Face-off win. Zumwinkle, one-time slap shot, misses the net on the near side. Karam comes all the way back up to the blue line. Now Clough gets to this loose puck and will clear it. And Zumwinkle forced to return here for Minnesota. Will hand it off for Heisey. Heisey using her speed now through center ice. Gains the line on her backhand, cutting to the net, trying to tuck it in. She scores! Taylor Heisey snuck that one in just past the right skate and the near post. So Minnesota back on top 2-1, but the Tommies not deterred here. Go after this puck aggressively in the Minnesota zone. Ostertag finds it at her feet and works it up the near half wall. Josephine Bouvang out at center ice finds Maddie Kaiser. Kaiser, the freshman from Holy Family, shoots low, sticked away by Maurer. Hemp there to scoop up the rebound here in the near wall for Minnesota. Valerio on her tail. Hemp trying to keep it away. Now feeds it to the left point for Norton. Norton's shot blocked by Haug to the far corner. Ostertag pinching down here as she goes to work along with Peyton Hemp. Tommy's able to chop the puck up towards the line, but Kaiser is there for the Gophers. Now cutting to the middle. Maddie Kaiser couldn't pull the trigger. Now Bouvang plays it off the post there. Found the puck right on her stick and banged it off the near post. Ostertag keeping it alive. Hemp, a fluttering puck here, is golfed into the netting. Minnesota's past used to call that a metallurgy save. Maddie Jorgensen possessing here for St. Thomas to the Minnesota line, dumps it in, gives chase. Oden now battling there. Hengler comes in to win the puck. Now for Sadie Lindsay. Lindsay to the red line. In, Maxwell knocked it down, clears it out right to the stick of Hengler. Hengler got chopped off the puck by Mary Zavoral. Emily Zumwinkle possessing at her own line, forced to just feed it up the far wall. And now Noga plays it in, but quickly an exit here by Wethington. And Norcross's cross ice pass.
So far here in the second period. Also face-offs, Minnesota starting to run away with that category. 17-6 in favor of the Golden Gophers.
Emily Zumwinkle back in her own zone, feeds it across. Madeline Wethington's pass ahead, too far. Clough intercepts, sends it ahead. Solholm had to glove it and drop it to her stick. Enters the Minnesota zone, feeds it across. Larson gets it to the front of the net there. Billing tried to awkwardly get it further towards the net, but didn't get much on it. Now Katie Skaya will chip it in here. Skaya looking for her 100th point. That's the next Gopher here on the watch list that we're looking for. So far, Skaya held scoreless on the weekend. Maya Almick for the Tommies back the other way. Too far in the corner for Solheim. And Heisey possesses now her pass underneath the stick of Bereen. And this is Abby Promisberger getting back as the Tommies now will work it in the zone. Ellie Leitinen, the Finn for Minnesota. Third Finn native to play here for the Maroon and Gold. Of course, the first two won a couple of national championships, Nora Ratu and Mira Yelishua. Zumwinkle, left wing here. Zumwinkle cutting to the middle. Promisberger pokes it away. Ostertag a shot, and there was traffic in front, and another post for Minnesota.
Yeah, that was quite the shot there by Ostertag, and once again, the Gophers came close to making it 3-1.
Now Bereen got tripped up. Play goes on as Norton feeds it off for Murphy. Murphy behind the net, watched by Allie Paul, feeds it up. Ostertag a shot blocked this time by Bianchi. Gracie Ostertag looking for her first goal on the year. Nearly got it there. Good shot, good traffic in front. Clanked off the far post, though. Second post of the period for Minnesota. Huber lost her stick trying to pick that up. Minnesota able to keep it alive. Ostertag working hard here. Good shift for Gracie. Now Huber will pick it up after getting her stick back. A low shot sticked away by Maurer. Murphy carries left corner. Behind the net again, Paul. Jumps on her, but Murphy gets away and then centered up the slot. Nobody home. Huber controls over for Oden, a one-timer. Easy blocker save there for Maurer. No traffic in front of the St. Thomas net. And finally, Promisberger able to clear. And now Gophers trying to catch him here in a bit of a transition. Hemp will come in, but can't catch the pass cleanly, and that'll allow St. Thomas to get the skaters back in the play. Bouvang, who has also hit a post here in the period for Minnesota. High slot to the front of the net. Oh, good traffic by Hemp. Now Kaiser, a fluttering puck pushed to the corner. Bouvang again runs into Paul. This one swept away by Bria Parent, former UMD Bulldog. Now goes to work on the end wall, but Minnesota's Bouvang comes away. And again, the physical play here. St. Thomas Haug here with a hip on Bouvang to dislodge the puck. Good physical play by St. Thomas. You wouldn't expect this really, I don't think, from St. Thomas, but physicality-wise, I think they've kind of taken it to Minnesota here in this hockey game so far. It's a shot by Ostertag that glanced off the right post, far post. Oden in front of the St. Thomas bench with Bouvang. Gophers work it up. Maxwell, though. Backhand pass for Clough. Clough at the Minnesota line. Billing just on side. Back checker Norcross knocks her down. Oden back there to the corner. Hengler runs into player Solheim there as the Tommies keep it alive. Now Maddie Kaiser comes away with the puck, but her pass into the skates of Hemp, so it stays in the zone. Finally, Hengler will ice the puck here, and this will draw a whistle. 10:41 remaining here in the second period. The Gophers with a power play goal from Taylor Heisey. Here's Promisberger back in. She's got some room. Shot on goal. Big rebound, but swept away by Hemp. Al Norcross leading the charge here back to the blue line. Gophers swapping out some skaters. They needed to complete a change here. They do so. Here's the fourth line out. Here's a chance, though, for Audrey Wethington. And just fired wide glove side on that one. Maybe got a stick on that. A St. Thomas player back. That was a Noga. Here's Wethington. Now her cross ice pass misses everybody. This will be called icing as we pass the halfway point of the game. Brief moment of time at his alma mater. Bethel is the men's coach as well. Norcross to the front, passed behind Wethington. Karam to the far side. Madeline Wethington is there. Now knocked behind the net by Lindsay. Swept up by Valario. And Clough will get it out. Savoral at the center ice line. Had it roll away. Good catch by Lindsay on a tough pass. Back in Bereen with Heisey. Bereen on her forehand. Look out there, but fired over the crossbar. Boy, you got to watch out when Bereen on her forehand there. She can really lift that puck up and place it right under the crossbar.
Yeah, she just missed the net there, and Bereen showed some good patience on that shot.
Skaya now coming back here, knocks it behind the St. Thomas net. Heisey will leave it in the corner for Bereen. Up to the point, Norton. Quick tap pass back for Bereen. Now back for Norton in the high slot. Has to get it away as Oberg was coming in to poke it loose. Now Heisey controlling, walking the blue line here on her backhand. Tied up and picked up by Skaya. Skaya now working towards the line. Maxwell up in her area. And knocked the puck loose, but Minnesota keeping it alive. Here's Bereen behind the cage, coming to the near half wall. At the hash mark, puts on the brakes, then leaves it for Heisey. Heisey runs into Bria Parent, and Parent and Heisey both go down. Both get up and look to be okay. Play goes on here, 8:08 to go in the second period. Minnesota 2-1. Huber got some room. Shot off a stick, and she scores! Ella Huber for Minnesota gets the gift goal there, as that one was deflected. And
Minnesota now takes a 3-1 lead.
Bria Parent was the Tommy player that got a stick on the puck. A good play by Parent, but unfortunately it bounced in for a Minnesota goal. Ella Huber, who had an 8-game point streak snapped last night, will start anew here, picking up a goal for Minnesota to give the Gophers a 3-1 lead. Now Zumwinkle with speed to the net. Save by Maurer. Boy, that's a patented play there by Zumwinkle. Very strong on her skates, just putting the edge down into the ice and driving to the net. Now back at the other end here, St. Thomas tries to do the same.
Player off the play.
Minnesota leading 3-1 now. Latest goal by Ella Huber. This one will be played into the St. Thomas bench, so neutral zone faceoff coming up. Comes the newest Golden Gopher in the Century Point Club.
Yeah, it looks like that assist was added afterwards. Of course, Lizzie Norton got the primary assist.
Grace Zumwinkle again with speed. Valerio with her, and their pass out front. Murphy tried to baseball bat that one into the goal and whiffed on it. Now back out front here is coach in Gopher history. Took that position after the retirement of Laura Halderson, and guided the Gophers now to 4 national championships. Wethington out front, chance for Huber again, this time over the crossbar, kind of chopped at it, trying to get it high, and just a little bit too high as it sailed over the St. Thomas net. 6:05 to play as Murphy comes back in, and the puck squirts free to the far side of the ice. Emma Larson will dump it in, but not very far. Emily Zumwinkle for the Gophers plays it off for Hengler here. Hengler, long pass. Kaiser did get a piece of this one, so no icing. Maxwell for the Tommies brings it near side. Katie Howe get it poked away by Bouvin. Now Hemp. Diagonal pass to the far side. Emily Zumwinkle looking to the front. Kaiser was there. Maddie Clough breaks that up. And then Clough wins the race to the puck and ices it. And now another race at the other end, and lightning just enough speed.
That hit the pipe, and a couple shots that went over the net.
Bouvin peels away, passes it low for Hemp. Hemp getting chopped at by Clough here, works it over for Emily Zumwinkle, and then ripped a shot on goal, sticked away by Maurer. Back comes Bria Parent here, 2-on-2. Parent right side. She'll take that shot, but Emily Zumwinkle gets the stick on it. Puts it into the netting. Shot coming from the blue line. 3-1 Minnesota. Here's Sadie Lindsay. She got stood up, lost the puck. Audrey Wethington will scoop it up, but Paul on her hip here. Knocked it loose. Ostertag down the half wall. Knocked back out to center ice by the Tommies, and Wethington will pick this one up and come back in here for Minnesota. Feeds it to the left for Savannah Norcross. Norcross waits here, crisscrosses with Wethington, picks it back up now, skates across the slot on her forehand. Shot blocked by Ignoga. Chance for Norcross again. Another one blocked. Now a wraparound by Norcross. Save is made by Maurer. Now exit pass here. Norcross anticipated that well. but couldn't quite catch it clean as the Tommies finally work it back into the Minnesota zone. Vetter had to come out and steer it away. Now Norton, a long cross-ice pass here, knocked back to Ostertag. Ostertag threads it up here. Barine off the bench to the St. Thomas line. Barine near circle, trying to pull it back here on her forehand. Lost it. Skaya now for Wethington. One-timer finds the stick of Maurer. Not much of a rebound there, and Maurer able to cover here. 3:37 left. I have warnings given to both teams here. And Minnesota will control. Skaya with some room firing. I don't know if that hit Maurer or hit Heisey in front of the net. Now a chance. Oden sends it across. Back door on the post. There was Barine, just couldn't connect. Now Heisey fanned on a puck that landed on her stick in front of the net again. Valario able to skate around Barine. And out at center ice, gets into the Minnesota zone. Line change for the Tommies. 3:05 to play in the period. Here's Wethington. Long pass, Barine catches as Heisey down the slot. Just didn't get through though. Now Heisey out front and a chance for Barine, but the back checker coming back was Promisberger to take it away. Well, it looked like Minnesota was going to get a great opportunity out of that. It just never materialized. Madeline Wethington. Another stretch pass here. Zumwinkle couldn't catch, but Murphy has it. Off for Huber, off her skate though. Tommy's trying to counterattack, but it fizzled, and Minnesota will possess and nearly given away by Lightning. Murphy at the penalty box area with Hengler, poked it free. Zumwinkle picks up, has Huber coming down the slot. Here's Zumwinkle, toe drag. This one blocked. Now a scramble in the paint. Whistle blew. Fans behind the net cheering. I think it ended up in the goal, but the whistle had blown.
Yeah, looked like Maurer mishandled it there. It wasn't.
Yes, she did.
Wasn't poked in by the Gophers.
That's a break for the Tommies there. Should be 4-1 Minnesota. Lighten in a blast. Blocked by Jurgensen. Tommies can't clear it out. Kaiser again. Taps it to the corner. Gets it herself. Now skates out high slot. One arm on the stick here. Feeds it for Hengler back in front. Kaiser trying to deflect it in. Sends it wide. Now, once that whistle blew, play was dead, but that was a mighty quick whistle by the officiating crew. But again, once they lose sight of the puck, they're supposed to blow it dead. So you can't blame the referee there. Looked like Maurer had control of it. Just lost it when she pulled it back, but the whistle had blown. 1 minute to go here in the second period. 3-1 Minnesota. The Gophers with a pair of goals. A power play goal for Taylor Heisey. An even strength goal for Ella Huber. And we have a hand pass. Norcross, Wethington, and Lindsay. Norcross, the fifth-year senior from Lynn, Massachusetts. Started her career at Boston College. Here's Audrey Wethington weaving her way through center ice. Feeds it left here for Norcross. Back checker Billing takes her into the wall. Gophers keep it alive. Norcross had it again, poked by Billing away, but Ostertag is there. Feeds it into the corner. Audrey Wethington. Back to Ostertag. 20 seconds to go. Shot by Gracie. Deflects to the far corner. Solheim and Valerio. Now Billing joins the scrum in the corner. Norcross knocked down as Maddie Clough is there. And we'll pop it out to center ice. 4 seconds left. And that will do it here as Minnesota will take a 2-goal lead. Marine. Each of those three have picked up at least 1 point on the afternoon. Of course, Heisey the goal, and she assisted on the game's first goal as well. And Katie Skaya with the assist on the most recent one. Oh, here's a stretch pass. Chance for Skaya. Breakaway. Push the backhand wide. Had Maurer down committed, and Skaya got a good shot away, but it wasn't on net. Now chance for Heisey trying to lift this one. High corner. It's batted in front again out of the air. And Maurer scrambles to cover up, but a great chance for Minnesota really to ice this one here early in the third. Top line for the Golden Gophers. Face-off in the St. Thomas zone, and it's won by Minnesota again. Face-off numbers starting to really way down here. St. Thomas, well, they got to start winning some draws here if they want to get back in this one. Murphy with a good rip there, but missing the net. Lightning off the wall. Huber chips at Murphy. Off for Grace Sumwinkle now. Enters the zone. Bianchi, the back checker, knocked it away. And then Sister Emily here with a shot on goal. Sticked away by Maurer. Tommy's here with a chance. Bianchi with the stretch pass, but had to play it off the boards. Carries it behind the Golden Gopher net. The Tommies were changing on this one, but we have a penalty here coming up. Many extra skater opportunities. We'll see how the Tommies will set up. This is Haug on the wall for Clough. She scored the goal for St. Thomas in the first period. It was an even strength goal. Now Haug will switch places with Clough. Feeds it into the far circle. Trying to kick it to her blade was Parent, but the puck comes free, and Crystalline Hengler there to lift it all the way down. Fluttering puck will be settled by Maurer. Gets it off for Clough, and she'll make a turn behind the net. 1:25 left in the penalty time to Abby Murphy as Clough carries this one end to end, but then Ostertag dislodges the puck. It's cleared now. Race. Here comes Heisey picking up. Heisey shorthanded, spun away, fires, and Maurer didn't know where it was. It was underneath her pads as Heisey going for her third shorty of the season. Man, Gophers with 7 shorthanded goals on the year. As this is, stick chopped out of the hands of Haley Maxwell. We're going to have another Gopher penalty, I think. And that'll put the Tommies 2 skaters up. Just her 4th penalty of the season. So it's a 5-on-3 advantage here for the Tommies. This is a great chance now for St. Thomas to get back in this one. Gophers zone. Emily Oden with the draw win here, but Madeline Wethington couldn't get it on her stick blade. Now the Tommies here work it free, and they'll set up here. 5-on-3 advantage for the Tommies. Valerio with Clough out top. This is Clough surveying, now coming to the top of the circle. Feeds it low. Billing back for Clough. Give and go. Billing will try to center, and that one deflected by Ostertag. It's Oden, Ostertag, and Wethington here on the PK here. 6 defenders trying to kill off this 5-on-3, and it's swept away by Ostertag. Just 5 seconds left in the first penalty time to Murphy, and that time has now come off, so the Gophers are down now only 5-on-4. Here's Valerio, though, on her forehand, and a good glove save by Minnesota's Skylar Vetter. So 1 penalty down, 1 to go. Still 62 seconds in the Taylor Heisey minor for slashing, and a good clear all the way down by Grace Sumwinkle. Hodnoga hounded by Huber. Sumwinkle trying to take it away from Maxwell. And now Maxwell sends it rink wide. This is Bianchi. From the left circle, fires wide. The carom comes up to the far point. Maxwell and the Tommies will set up. 30 seconds to go in their power play. Maxwell rips. It hits traffic in front, and then Nellie Lightnin taps it back for Vetter so she could cover that one up. But really haven't needed to block a ton. St. Thomas just 9 shots on goal. Gophers able to clear again. 16 seconds left in the minor penalty to Taylor Heisey. Breen out there with Norton. Hengler, who has the puck now, plays it ahead. Savannah Norcross also out to kill off the final seconds on this one. And Taylor Heisey is back here for Minnesota. Boy, good penalty kill there for Minnesota. They were down 5-on-3 to St. Thomas, and the Tommies with one shot on goal in that 5-on-3. And here's a chance for Bouvang, just sweeping it over the crossbar. Clear by the Tommies, and Hengler back to get it here for Bouvang. Skates past Jorgensen, but her pass for Kaiser off her stick. The Gophers are offside. They're going to have to touch up. Bouvang unaware of this here, and a whistle is going to stop play here with just under 5 seconds gone here in period number 3. And a face-off win for Kaiser. Now Kaiser in, muscled off the puck though by Molly Grundhofer. And the Tommies will come out here. Grundhofer chips it in. Vetter behind the net for Minnesota. The goaltender plays it away, and it comes out front here. Madeline Wethington poked it away, and then Wethington had her stick being propelled to the near wall. Out the other end, though, Peyton Hemp trying to dance around, bouncing puck, and trying to chop it home was Kaiser. Hemp with it, skates into the corner, got tripped. Here's a chance, Bouvang on goal, and the rebound pushed back to the pads of Saskia Maurer for the whistle for Saskia Maurer. Her season high this year is 48 saves on December 10th against Minnesota Duluth. Another face-off win for the Gophers. Ostertag plays it behind. Norcross skates left corner. Paul watching her. Norcross will cycle it off for Wethington. She'll cycle it for Lindsay, now carrying it out top of the circle. Now at the blue line here, coming to the near side, fires that, hits Ostertag in the back of the legs. And Marky Oberg there to clear, sends it into the Minnesota zone towards the net here, and Vetter came out for a skate to knock it away. Now Oberg from below the line centered, but it misfired with Parent. Back comes Savannah Norcross. Norcross cross ice, Skaya has to play the carom, now threw it out front for Wethington, just a bit too far. Out of Audrey's reach. Now Wethington battling on the far wall with Haley Maxwell draped on her. Tommy's come away with the puck. Ooh, and Skaya might have gotten away with one there as she sent Bria Parent into the end wall. Hengler for Minnesota down the left wing. Centered, nobody home. And the Tommies again will clear back to the Gophers zone with 12:50 to play in the third period. Minnesota leading this one 3-1 over St. Thomas. Solheim for the Tommies trying to send it into the middle, taken away by Barine. Barine leading the charge, hands it off for Skaya. Back to Heisey. Puck is in the goal crease, and the puck is in the goal, but Barine, I think.
So no goal.
No, I have a hard time believe that one was off the stick. It looked like. So Minnesota does lose their timeout as a result of the challenge. That's the one thing that the Gophers are going to lose. And an offsides here. That's a rule change, by the way. They changed the challenge rules so that speed up the pace of play a little bit. The coaches can challenge goal, no goal. They can challenge offsides. There's a few other things they could challenge, I think, as well. Too many skaters on the ice is another thing that they could challenge. But if the challenge is not successful, the team loses their timeout. Now, that doesn't mean they can't challenge further. They can, but if they challenge and lose again, they actually are going to be assessed a penalty, a minor penalty. That's that kind of correlates to the NHL rule what they have now with the replays. So Minnesota still leads 3-1. Skaya with Heisey. Heisey finds Barine on the far wing, but the pass just out of Abby's reach. Barine back to the point. Oden will shoot, blocked by Promisberger. Promisberger couldn't get her momentum going forward very quickly here, so Oden able to recover. Minnesota back in. It's a 3-on-3. Cross ice pass. Skya looking for Huber on the right side, broken up by the stick of Maddie Clough. 11:23 to go here in this one. 3-1 Gophers. Huber weaving her way, finds an opening, and then shoots the puck. And then Huber collides with her own teammate, Grace Zumwinkle. Both a little slow to get up here. And fortunately for Minnesota, the Tommies could not take advantage of what would have been a 5-on-3 advantage. Now Zumwinkle back. Looks like she's okay. We're going to have a penalty here on Minnesota. That's going to have an interference on Zumwinkle. Emily Zumwinkle trying to set a pick for Grace. And that one was a little obvious here coming off the bench. Emily skates into the Tommy player, and for the third time today, St. Thomas will go on the power play. Go on the PK here for the Gophers. Murphy, Hengler, and Ostertag also on the kill here for Minnesota. Tommies have Valerio on the ice. Adnoga give and go with Billing here now. Just off her stick. Nice job by Murphy to sweep it away, and the Tommies have to touch up. Almick and Solheim rounds out this power play unit here for the Tommies. Down 3-1. They need something. Adnoga, top of the circle, leaves it for Billing. Now Billing, Valerio gets it to the front. Scramble, and the Gophers are there. Grace Zumwinkle clears for the Gophers. And Tommies just got to get pucks to the front of the net and hope for a good bounce, just like they scored on the goal by Clough in the first period. Good penalty kill forecheck here by Hemp. Ties up the Tommies for a few seconds here. 60 seconds to go in the penalty time to Emily Zumwinkle. Clough to the Minnesota line on her forehand to the near wall. Spins back to the line here, trying to set it up for the Tommies. This is Lucy Bianchi. Flutters a puck rink wide. Maxwell sends it down low corner, but it's broken up by Madeline Wethington. Hemp trying to clear, held in by Maxwell, but now Hemp got it back and gets it out to the center ice line here with 35 to go in the penalty time to Emily Zumwinkle. And offsides Tommies. 25 seconds to go.
Pretty impressive.
Neutral zone face-off. Jurgensen had it, lost it, but now Haug will carry it to the left corner. It's knocked around, ends up behind the Gopher net. Bria Parent is there. We'll leave it in the far corner now for Jorgensen as the Tommies work it around. Just 5 seconds to go here in the power play time, and it's taken away by Heisey. Penalty time has come off the clock. The Gophers are back at full strength. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Minnesota still leads this one by 2, 3-1. No scoring here in the third period. Here comes Abby Breen driving to the net. Maxwell knocked the puck away. Ends up in the left corner. Minnesota there. Heisey, shot blocked by Adnoga. As Haug trying to clear, held in by Hengler. She'll wrist one to the net. Maurer seeing that one coming at her from a good 60 feet away. They came in to play today with 7 straight wins, trying to make it 8 in a row. Looking good so far, but the Tommies here have been pretty stubborn about giving up goals. The Gophers averaging over 5 per game. That's the best in the country. And the Tommies have held the Gophers below that here so far on each of the 2 days. Hengler's shot will be ramped out of play. Here is 7:53 left. Face-off win, Gophers. Zumwinkle, a quick shot and saved by Maurer. Top-notch line with Zumwinkle and Murphy, both Olympians on the wings. Zumwinkle, Hengler, wrister. That one going over the crossbar, but snatched out of the air anyway by Maurer. Ritter Arena to watch some top-notch women's hockey. Not only that, the Gophers are having their annual skate with the Gophers after the game today. So Many of those youngsters in attendance today bringing their skates with, and will hit the ice here after the final buzzer. Grace Zumwinkle weaving her way in. Now carries below the line. Left corner will ring it around. Madeline Wethington will cut it off there. And had it knocked away by Almick, who clears. Zumwinkle back at her own line. Trying to feed it right side to Huber. Valerio breaking that up. Now Billing had it for a moment, able to push it up the near half wall. Valerio goes down, but the puck ends up out at the center ice line. Huber dodges Billing, gains the line back at the other way. Now trying to split two purple jerseys, and they stand her up with the puck trickling in on goal. Another cover up here. A lot of whistles in the last 60 seconds of play. Gophers control again. Hemp far side. Kaiser with Bouvang. Bouvang loses it, but able to pull it back at the blue line and then throws it to the end wall. Haley Maxwell for the Tommies slips it up and out in front of the Gopher bench. Madeline Wethington is there, and a cross-ice pass misfires. Seemed to be a common theme here. The Gophers just not very sharp, but now the Tommies here, 2-on-1. Jorgensen to the net, and closing the pads was Vetter to make the save here on Jorgensen. In the left corner, Bria Parent, Emily Zumwinkle, Marky Olberg all there. Now Kaiser comes in. Puck worked up the half wall. Larson down from the blue line to keep it alive. Kaiser trying to get it out of the zone, but held in by Oberg. Now Haug had it for a moment, then knocked to the ice. Back comes Emily Oden, trying to work around Allie Paul. Got to the end wall, lost the puck. Here comes St. Thomas the other way now, right to left. That pass too far for Oberg again from Haug. And the puck is in front of the Gopher bench here. 5.5 minutes to play. Haug trying to settle down a puck in the high slot as she advances it towards the net, but there are 4 Gophers in her way. And the puck now controlled by Audrey Wethington. Outlet too far for Bouvang. Back in Valerio now here for the Tommies. Throws a high shot, shoulder save by Vetter. Well, Vetter caught that at the very top of her left shoulder to keep it alive. Tommies stay on side. Here's a chance for Billing, a one-timer. Now ends up going over the netting and into the pep band to our left. And the Tommies have just done a great job here. They're not backing down. They're meeting the Gophers at their own line here and turning them away on multiple opportunities. Ostertag with Heisey. Heisey will sweep it in here with 4.5 to play. Still 3-1, no scoring here in the third. Ostertag trying to keep it alive. Loose puck picked up Bereen. She has some room into the slot. Shoots and scores! Abby Bereen, her second of the hockey game. And second goal coming at about the same place as the first one. High in the right corner. And Abby Bereen with a pair today.
As they had a couple opportunities just before that goal scored by the Golden Gophers.
Rising wrister again from Abby Bereen. Boy, and Taylor Heisey, probably as good as anybody on this Gopher team, of getting that puck high fast, which is a real special skill to have. So Heisey picks up an assist. That'll be her third point of the afternoon. And Gracie Ostertag also picks up a point. Minnesota now leading this one 4-1, 3:45 to play in the third. The Gophers trying to sweep St. Thomas on this weekend, and Taylor Heisey is whistled offside.
The injured list this weekend, and she's played a good game in my opinion.
She's really the backbone of that D core. Always has been. When she went down last year, not that the Gophers were disarray, but you definitely noticed something was missing. And, of course, a couple of injuries have kept her out of a few games here as well. But back here, playing well, as always, for Minnesota. Grace Zumwinkle, angled shot, sticked away Maurer. Murphy, they're out muscles for the puck, leaves it in the corner, but Bria Parent took it away from Ella Huber, and somehow a puck ends up at the post. And a whistle stops play here as the Tommies again for the Buckeyes there. Under 3 to go, Zumwinkle to the net, and I think that went off the crossbar. That'll be the third pipe here for Minnesota this afternoon. Zumwinkle below, Hengler give and go. Hengler got the shot on goal. Maurer turns it away, and the rebound swept out to neutral. Zumwinkle just missing on another goal there for Minnesota as it clanks off the crossbar. Minnesota had 2 pipes in the second period, one by Bouvang and one by Ostertag. 2:24 left. Maurer staying in goal here for St. Thomas, so it doesn't look like Joel Johnson is going to pull her anytime soon. Now Zumwinkle in here with Murphy. Zumwinkle down the right side, centered. Murphy got the shot away. Clough, I think, got a piece of that one before it got to Maurer. And the Tommies will clear with now 2 minutes to play. Lightning dumps the puck right corner. Hemp goes there to work after it, but Billing able to pull it away. Gabby Billing, Rogers native, graduate transfer from Dartmouth. And now behind the net here, Oden got hauled down by Almick as play goes on. Maxwell throws it off into the corner. Almick for Solheim, trying to sweep it in front where Billing was stationed, but the pass did not click. And now Minnesota breaking the other way. Kaiser hits the blue line, feeds it off for Bouvang. Back to the blue line for Oden. Shot to the goal. Maurer with the glove save. And a whistle stops play with 1:17 left on the clock.
As Maurer has seen 41 shots and making 37 saves.
Face-off win, Minnesota. Audrey Wethington turns away from the pressure. Has Lindsay for Wethington. As the clock approaches the 1 minute mark, Lizzie Norton, a long shot, kicked out right pad by Maurer. And then the puck cleared back into the Minnesota zone. Norton is there for the Gophers. Monreen knocks that attempted clear back behind the goal line. Zumwinkle denied by Bianchi. Now Monreen centers. It comes up the slot. There's nobody home for St. Thomas. Norcross, cross ice for Emily Zumwinkle. M for Norton. Now left wing, Audrey Wethington, 25 to play. Another long shot, this time by Wethington, is scooped up just off the ice surface by Maurer.
And then the Wisconsin Badgers.
Barine for the hat trick and fired wide. 17 seconds to play. Skaya again trying to get it in front for Barine. That pass denied though by Parent. Barine will have another chance here. Bottom of the circle, going short side. And the save is made again by Maurer, and that'll do it here. Gophers will sweep the Tommies this weekend. As yesterday, the Gophers won 5-0, and today's final score is 4-1 with Skylar Vetter picking up the victories on both afternoons.